wilderness responder minimum packing list layout for y'all, as well as recommended but not required. So, no particular order, starting with signal mirror and compass. Back here, got a Sunto and a star flash, compass and signal mirror, good to go. Sleep kit. Sleep kit can be whatever you want it to be, but I have a ground pad, a whoopee, and a tarp. Water, 1 gallon, Nalgene or canteens, metal cup or vessel. Nalgene or canteens, because camelbacks tend to explode. So 1, 2, 3, 4 quarts. 4 quarts is a gallon. 2 metal vessels right here. Knife, fixed blade, 3.5 inch to 5 inch blade recommended. I have an Ontario Knife Company Rat 7 7-inch blade here. Doesn't have to be this knife. Whatever knife you'd like to bring, you can use. Folding saw. This is a Baco Laplander folding saw. Does not have to be a giant silky. Just about yay big is perfectly fine.
My silky's the same size as that.
Cordage, 100-foot paracord and 1 roll of waxed bank line. So if we look back here, we've got 100 foot of 550 cord, and then this is a roll of waxed bank line. It's been cut into hanks. It's easier to transport and easier to use, in my experience, that way. 10 or 12 gauge wire, 5 to 10 feet. This 12 gauge wire right here is useful for making repairs to your kit, making snares, making traps and triggers, or a bail for your cup if it doesn't have a handle on it. Fire making kit, ferro rod, lighter, tinder, waterproofed. So in here, I have tinder, I have a Bic lighter, I have a ferro rod, I have a couple of fire bricks, and then in here, this is inner tube. And if you look right inside of there, you'll see that I've got some Vaseline covered cotton balls inside of there, and that folds up. You can cut off strips of this to use for fire starter or making your own homemade Ranger bands as well. So that's fire kit. Shelter, poncho, tarp, or small tent. For tarp, I have tarp here. I also have tarp here that is already got cordage on it from myriad previous uses. Rolled up, that needs to get policed, we'll fix that later. Rolled up, ready to go. And I have a weather layer here. This is an Origin packable, crushable rain jacket with a hood on it. Really like it, very lightweight, cool color as well, cool pattern. That typically lives in my chest rig. See the chest rig video. This is the required packing list. We've done separate videos on what do I have in my rucksack and what do I have in my chest rig, but this is the required packing list. This is what you must bring with you. If you fail the layout, you cannot participate in class. Headlamp and 1 spare set of batteries. Got a headlamp over here. Runs on 3 AAAs. This is a little Energizer brand. I like the fact that it defaults to red first. Then you can click through for white light. Spare batteries here. More spare AAAs here. Compass, we already hit that. Small binos or monocle. So I have a monocle here. It's a range finding monocle, 5 power. That's the Sig Kilo 1000. So it's a laser range finder as well as a 5X monocle. Chem lights, minimum 2. Those are for signaling. And I've got 2 chem lights here as well. Calories for 72 hours. You're gonna be tempted to bring no calories or very few calories once you start packing. And that's the opposite of what I recommend you should do, because we're gonna be working in the field for about 16 hours a day. Also pulling watch at night. And so you don't need 0 calories per day. You don't need 2,000 calories per day. You probably need 3,000 or 4,000 calories per day. Big jar of peanut butter, pushing 7,000 calories in it. Got another 800 calories here per one of these meals. So that's 3,200 calories. I'm at Call it 10,000 calories right there. Got 3 MRE entrees and 2 of the accessory bags and a sack full of protein bars as well. I'm right in the range of 14,000 calories, which is pushing 5,000 calories a day, about 4,700 calories a day. Probably won't eat all of those, but I have them. Continuing, large heavy duty trash bags, minimum 2. They are right over there. That's for waterproofing gear, policing all of your trash, improvised shelter, etc., etc. IFAC with tourniquet. These are going to be living in the pockets of my cool guy pants. So I've got a slick kit from Refuge Medical, and I've got a soft tee right here in my pocket organizer. Long gun and chamber flag. Must have sling, optic, and weapons light. Now, we've moved this from you must have to nice to have on the packing list. These are my 3 magazines. Your magazines will be empty. Do not show up with live ammunition in your magazines. Repeat, do not show up with live ammunition in your magazines, okay? Chamber flag, these will be provided to you when you come to class. I've got an optic, I've got a sling here, and I've got a weapons light that has batteries in it. FRS, GMRS handheld radio. An aspect of what we're doing will involve radios, especially when we break into teams under the tutelage of the 6 different instructors that are going to be out there. So intra-squad communications, we need to be able to talk to each other. And also in the event of a real world emergency, we need to be able to communicate. So radio, spare battery for the radio, and that's a Yaesu FT65R and the 3200, 3400 milliamp hour big batteries as well. Triangle bandages, minimum 2, right here. They got 100 uses, including medical. Cohesive bandages, minimum 2, right here. Boo-boo kit, OTC meds, and anti-diarrheal meds. That's over here. Boo-boo kit for me is tape. I have tape on my chest rig. I also have a roll of 2-inch tape right here. This is the pharmacy. Got everything from nuke pills and Iosat to Motrin and prescription stuff. Anti-diarrheal meds right here. And then these are prescription meds and supplements that I'm going to want to have with me. I know about me, I'm going to need these things. Or I would very much so like to have those things while I'm out there. Electrical tape, 1 roll. Electrical tape is right here on my chest rig. Electrical tape, 1 roll. 2-inch fabric tape, 1 roll. Over there, nitro gloves, 10 pair. Here's 10 pair of nitro gloves in this bag. Prescription meds, we already talked about that. E-tool or Sustenance shovel. Sustenance shovel right here. Because we will be, when we're pooping in the woods, we're going to be doing it in a sanitary manner. Toilet paper in a Ziploc bag or dry bag. Toilet paper, dry bag. Hand sanitizer, bar of soap, and wipes. Hand sanitizer, bar of soap, and a Ziploc, and my wipes are right over there. Complete change of clothes in a dry bag. That's what that trash bag is right there. That's a full set of clothes, pants, undies, top, long sleeve top, and socks right there in that bag. Spare socks in a Ziploc bag, minimum 2. Socks and undies and stuff. And this also serves as a pillow for me if I need to take a nap. I like to have a little pillow if I can get it. 25 plus foot of 3/8 to 1/2 inch diameter climb rated rope. Right here. Lock and carabiner, professional grade, minimum 2. Right here. Carpenter's pencil, minimum 2. Right here. Notebook and writing utensils, right here. And clear safety glasses, right here. Now, for the stuff that's nice to have, recommended but not required, knee pads. In my Born Primitive Cool Guy pants, I have Born Primitive knee pads, and they're great. They're great for getting down on the ground, working on your knees. Sick people tend to be down on the ground. Bush crafting tends to happen down on the ground, so they're awesome for that. Bug spray. Got bug dope right here in a bag, so it doesn't get all over all my other stuff. Mosquito netting. Not required, but strongly recommended. Next page. Sunscreen. Me personally, I have Native American heritage in me. I don't care about the sun. Instant coffee and or tea bags. I have instant coffee in that little yellow bag, dry bag right there. And then in this metal cup, I have tea bags as well. That's a morale thing, a caffeine thing, a staying awake thing. It's also an antimicrobial, antiviral wound care thing from a homeopathic standpoint. Oral rehydration salts. Got tri-oral rehydration salts right here. There's also more in the trainer kit for wilderness medicine. Gorilla tape, large roll. I don't have Gorilla tape, but I do have 2 packs of fold flat duct tape in here for gear repair, fire starting, improvised tourniquet, 100 other things. Camp stool or seat. That I don't have. I'll probably manufacture one on site. Mechanics or leather gloves. I have the thin mechanics, very thin. Again, we're doing this in August. A 1/2 centimeter high dexterity is this particular type of mechanics gloves. But your hands are your number one tool that we interface with the world with, and so a little bit of protection for your hands is good. Tinted safety glasses. Got them right there on top of my head. Now, in addition to that, some other things that I'm carrying that you don't have to carry, especially because you're gonna run out of room and it's just more weight to carry. So I've got this right here is my nice to have pile. I got my mosquito net. This is like non-negotiable for me. I've got 100 foot of rope, and I've got 100 foot of rope for if we have to do anything rope access or rope rescue related. I've got a big piece of rope to augment everybody else's smaller pieces of rope. I've got Tums, because I know about me, MREs give me heartburn. I've got a lot of morale here. I got 3 cans of Zin, 4 cans of Black Buffalo, and 4 cans of On coffee flavored nicotine pouches. You don't have to bring those things. I know that I'm gonna like having those things, and I know that on day 2, y'all that chew are gonna run out, and I don't want everybody going through withdrawals. I've got my bony hat here as well. Gloves, like I talked about. I've got an axe. This is a 1 3/4 pound Gransfors Brooks 24-inch camp axe, and this is I'm going to need this to drive home some of the deliverables on the TLOs, terminal learning objectives, while we're training in the field. You don't need to bring an axe. And if you don't know axe stuff, please don't bring an axe, because I don't want you to learn by putting this thing into your toe in the real world while we're out there. So I'm bringing an axe. You don't have to. I'm bringing it so that you don't have to carry one. I've got a rifle cleaning kit, because if I'm bringing a rifle, I should be bringing a way to clean my rifle with me. Already talked about bug dope. This is a brown hand towel from Walmart. Washcloth from Walmart. It cost 97 cents, and it's great for cleaning your body and as a hot pad for taking things in and out of the fire as needed. Highly recommended. Got a pack cover in case it starts to rain. I can reduce the incidence of all my stuff getting wet, but you'll notice with most of my stuff, if it shouldn't get wet, it's already in a dry bag or it's in a Ziploc bag. That's just modus operandi, standard operating procedure. Got a large shemag, and reason for this is for evaporative cooling and keeping the sun off of my head if needed. This one comes from Boba, was sent to me from Oz. Appreciate you guys. It's seen some things. A small sewing kit for gear repair in the field. These weigh nothing, they cost nothing, they take up no space. Highly recommended. Small sewing kit. An APLS, and this is a nylon, silicone impregnated nylon tarp on one side and a Mylar blanket on the other. I don't think I'm going to need to reflect my own body heat in August in Oklahoma. However, from a casualty care standpoint, these things are great to have. From a signaling standpoint, great to have. And then I also have a small whiteboard with a marker and some magnets on here for a teaching and instruction standpoint that, again, is in a map pouch to keep it from getting wet. And that, you don't need to bring that, but I am bringing that from an instructor standpoint. And that's the must-have and nice-to-have loadout for Wilderness Responder 2025 August in Oklahoma. If you don't bring these things or some version of these things with you, you cannot participate in class. It's just as simple as that. Yep, go home. And we're going through a major amount of effort to reinforce the idea that you got to have these things, and this is what it looks like. And with the extra bits and bobs that I'm carrying, that I don't have to carry, but that I'm carrying to facilitate class, between the rucksack, the chest rig, and the trainer kit, I'm right at 85 pounds, including my pocket litter. 85 pounds. So choose and choose wisely. Some of these things are non-negotiable. A gallon of water is going to weigh 8.35 pounds regardless. Doesn't matter who you are, and you have to bring it with you. Some other things, yeah. You know, ounces are pounds, pounds are pain. So a smaller knife, yep, that's a little bit of weight. Now, I've got 2 metal containers. I really only need 1. Your food adds up. If you're a bigger guy or girl, your clothes are going to weigh more than a smaller guy or girl, etc., etc., etc. But at a minimum, you got to have everything this side of the table this way. Must have, other than the rifle. Strongly encourage you, as long as you're able to legally possess a rifle, that you bring a rifle and 3 empty magazines. If you cannot, that's okay. You can still come to class. That's the loadout for Wilderness Responder. If you have any questions, hit the website, refugemedical.com, refugeforlife.com. Hit the chat, shoot us an email, call the store, leave a comment. We're here to help. We want everybody to have an awesome time training, teaching the comprehensive wilderness curriculum. And we're all gonna make mistakes. I want you to make mistakes in the field where the cost of your mistake isn't death, where the cost of your mistake is learning. Maybe a little bit of a, bruise on your ego, a little bit of hubris, but not death. And so come willing to learn, come with all the stuff you're supposed to have. It's gonna be an awesome time. We're gonna have 6 awesome instructors out there teaching, and it's gonna be a blast. Accredited class, it's the start of your associate's degree in wilderness medicine if you choose to do so. With that, we'll see you when we see you. Shalom, everyone.